viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another video on this nameless channel, which shall remain nameless for a while, right? People, in today's video, this might be the most ignorant, idiotic video I'll ever make. And the reason is for this, and the reason for this is because I want to ask this question because I, I was shocked to learn that there are colored people in African countries. And I was not aware of this. Did be honest? Did you guys know that there are colored people in Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Eswatini, Zambia, Malawi, Angola, Congo, Nigeria, you name it? Did you know that? I didn't know that because on what I see on TV on YouTube, damn, I thought colors were only in South Africa and Namibia. Damn. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we family, right? Holler. Ah, people, the most shocking, the most surprising thing I've ever come across in my entire life since doing YouTube, right, has been the discovery of colored people or mixed race people outside of South Africa in the countries that I even least expected. I mean, honestly, because of TV, movies, I knew they were in America, I knew they were in the UK, I knew they were anywhere else. I just honestly didn't think that they would be colored people in Africa or the rest of Africa. Now, obviously, this is due to propaganda, brainwashing, and it wasn't until I met a guy from Mozambique. And I thought, looking at him physically, just like aesthetics, right? Physically looking at him, right? I honestly just thought he was one of us, just from South Africa. And then when I spoke to him, he was like, nah, I'm from Mozambique. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. You telling me that the things or the visuals they show us on TV are not the real picture of the countries that we think, or the images, right, of the countries we think of. It's like it's all a lie. Are you telling me they are hiding this stuff from us? Are you telling me they don't want us to know the real things that are going on in other countries? Or is it because they don't want us to travel? Is it because they don't want us to spend monies in other countries? Or is it a case that they're embarrassed to show the other side, the other people? I mean, I don't get it. So if I say, okay, people, I don't know how to put this into context, into reality, right? Let's say if I say to you now, right, that I'm dating, let's just say if I say to you I'm dating a Nigerian or I'm dating a Zimbabwean, right? What picture comes to your mind? Because the pictures they showing on TV is not the reality of what I'm seeing, of what I saw. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's a media ploy. I don't know if it's propaganda. I don't know if it's marketing. I I don't know, man. I don't know. So my shock came because I was stunned. Honestly, I was totally stunned that there were other race groups in these countries. I was just stunned. For years, And I'm talking about years. For years, decades, for generations. They've only ever shown black people in these neighboring countries or on the African continent. I mean, the picture I have in my head of a Sudanese, or the visuals I see of a Sudanese person, is nowhere near. It's even hard to put in words, guys. It's just hard to put in words. Yeah, dude, I am totally shocked, right? Then I did research. Then I walked around, right? Then I started diving deeper into this whole narrative of mixed race people, right? Then I found out there's mixed race people in Congo too. I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. But they never show it on TV, right? They never show it in the documentaries. They never show them anyway. I was wondering why. Then I dug into Malawi. I dug into Zimbabwe. I dug into Lesotho. And then it hit me. Everywhere that was colonized by the British, by the French, but not the French, yeah, the French too, but not so much the French, right? Because the French never really indulged. Because according to never really, it's not to say that they didn't, it wasn't a big thing, right? So what I found out was like, you see Haiti was conquered by the French. Next door, the Dominican Republic was conquered by the Spanish. Now, the Spanish were more indulgent with the slaves, whereas the French, not so much. So, if you go to Dominican Republic, it's mainly made up of brown people because the whites mixed with the slaves. So that's how you get these colored people or mixed race people, I will call them, right? When you go to Haiti, it's predominantly black people because the French didn't really want to develop it and didn't really want to indulge with the black slaves. See, so then I took that same concept, the same idea, and then I applied it to the rest of Africa. And then I realized that, wow, okay, so yeah, I am thinking that was only South Africa and Namibia that had colored people to the T, right? So I dug deeper and then I found out that, wow, not only do we look alike, not only do we look the same, not only, dude, it's difficult when you see a colored person or a mixed race person. It is difficult to say where they're from because we all have similar features. Now, there are certain standard features that come with certain region, for example, right? But as the world becomes more global, you realize that we are not alone, as we have been always thinking. And it's a real shocker. Dude, when you see the visuals of they show foreigners coming through the border, jumping the borders, when they show the poverty in these African countries, you will never see the other race groups. You just see the one massive majority race group. That's all they show. Indians. You would think Durban is the only place with Indians in South Africa or like in Africa, right? Because it's like Durban is like the biggest diaspora of Indians outside of India, right? Do you know that Kenya, Tanzania, that's basically Indian country. Like they basically run those economies over there. It's like the Indians who run it. So for me, I'm now beginning to open my eyes and realize that what I thought or what I knew or what I was made to believe was the truth was actually a lie the whole time. So I took I took this picture, right, of the internet, and I was showing my friends. They too were stunned. They were like, wait a minute, you're telling me there's colored people in Mozambique, in Lesotho, in Eswatini, in Zimbabwe, in Zambia, in Nigeria? Yeah. Have you ever seen a colored Nigerian or a mixed race Nigerian? No, I haven't. Well, turns out there are millions of them, if not it's hundreds of thousands of them. Same as the Congolese. But when the ones you see in South Africa and the ones they show you on TV, there's not even one that you see. People, I don't know. This is even just, it's even dumb of me to record my ignorance and my dumbness, right? But I have to do it because I know that I'm not the only one who was thinking like that. So I have to also expose other people's ignorance. I can't call it stupidity. It's just that we're ignorant and we're made to believe this ignorance, right? Now that I think I know the truth, now I'm looking at things a whole lot differently. So next time when someone says to me, you know what, I am dating a Nigerian or a Congolese, I am not going to be quick to assume that you are dating a black person because, man, that was an eye opener. Damn, you know, it reminds me of Trevor Noah when he first went to America, right? And he was telling this story about him sitting in an like an American accent English class or something like that, right? And he was saying there was American people there, and he was the only African there, and because of his lighter shade complexion, the darker skinned Americans thought he was an American or a Mexican. And the teacher came in and said, okay, so I hear there's an African in the class today. Then he points to the darkest guy in the room and he said, are you the African guy? Then that guy said, no, he's American. Then he pointed to Trevor Noah and said, he's the African. He goes, whoa, you African? He goes, yeah, I'm African. Damn. They thought he was Mexican. See what I'm saying? So, as ignorant as this video is, as ignorant and as stupid and as dumb as I'm sounding right now, trust me, I was baffled. And I'm not the only one. There are millions of South Africans who think the way I thought. So now I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. There are millions of us who think like that, or at least who thought like that. So the next time you hear someone tell you, I'm dating a Congolese, I'm dating a Nigerian, I'm dating a Mozambican, I'm dating a Zimbabwean, I'm dating a Zambian, or a Lesotho person, or a Swati person, ask them, are they colored, white, or black? Don't just assume that they're black because you'll be pleasantly surprised. And trust me, being surprised when you're ignorant is a whole lot different than when you're surprised when you actually are knowledgeable. I was taken by surprise. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was taken fully by surprise. Yeah, man. Let me know what you think of this video, man. Was it educative? Was it dumb? Was it ignorant? Was it stupid? Did you know about the different race groups in the different countries? Or were you like me, who was just thinking like, oh wow, it's just black always. It's just black everywhere you go. They show you, that's what you see on the brochures, that's what you see on the TV, that's what they show you on the videos. And then well, they show you tourists that go and visit, and then you obviously the tourists go and they live, and the tourists they show you are mainly white people, and normally it's the black people that you see, the natives of the country. So let me know in the comment section whether this video was insightful, whether it was helpful, whether you knew or maybe you have a different experience that you can share with the rest of us. Because honestly speaking, this for me was embarrassing. Honestly, this was embarrassing. for me to ask someone from a country that, wow, there are people who look like you in your country? And he was like, yeah, dude, the Portuguese were there and they were busy. I was like, wow, wow. I would never in my wildest dreams ever have thought that there were beautiful brown people spread all over the continent. Even Big Brother Africa doesn't do justice, you know what I mean? Also, you hardly see, you know what I mean? That's another thing, you know? So I think I need to make a series or come with a video of these mixed race people in the different countries, you know? Do an expose on that, or maybe bring to light, or maybe form some sort of, I don't know, call to action for all the mixed race people in Africa to expose themselves, you know, come to the fore, come to the forefront so we can show the diversity of each and every country in Africa. Let me know what you think about this video. Was it on the money or did I totally miss it with this one? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know, we family, right? Holler.